deaths begin. Jeffrey Dahmer walks into a kitchen replica. A fridge opens inside. A mirror vision of himself, whispering grotesque things. Neos burst from the floor, impaling him. Okay, how many people die in this? I should. Okay, this is just gonna be a quick death. This is gonna be a quick one then. Okay.
Okay. Do not know how to do it.
No, because I also fucked it up, and so it
No.
like has it all. Oh, I got spoiled. It. Should I have it long? Yeah, I'm gonna have it do. Okay. I have each chapter. Yeah. Anyways, fuck, I'm an idiot.
Damn.
Alright. Yeah, I know. I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Okay, the witch agreed enters the arena with a smirk, excited to observe the game's experiments. Her traps a a room filled with mirrors, each reflecting possible futures. Only one leads out. The rest razor glass portals. Emperor Palpatine, stripped of his lighting powers, the former Sith Lord grumbles at the insolence of his captors. His trial, a quarter of clones of himself. One is real. If he kills the wrong one, the corridor crushes inward. It's hilarious.
Oh no.
His room, a carnival shooting gallery rigged with detonate if he scores below a perfect score.
Okay.
He needs a push. He plays a rhythm game. Modern Solus logic puzzle involving DNA sequencing. Well, that makes sense for him.
Yeah.
He made a disease that sterilized half a population.
Oh.
He's doing it. He's extremely logical, and so
Wait, who
he
are we
thinks what
talking
he did.
about?
Mordin Solus from
Oh,
Mass
I thought you
Effect.
said the Riddler. Okay.
No,
I was like, that doesn't sound like something he did.
no, he basically sterilized half an entire species or helped do it, and
Mm-hmm.
like people are like, oh, if you claim you're a horrible person, he'd be like, you're just wrong because if I didn't like make almost more than half of this species entirely sterile, what would have happened is they would have overran us and killed us all.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, you know what? Well,
Yeah.
and if I didn't do that, it's either they would have killed all of us or we would have killed all of them. There is no in between with that statement, and
Right.
this entire
I
story is pretty
see.
cool.
Yeah.
So Hatsune, I should have specified. She's also, I think it means Hatsune Miku by accident. Whatever.
Okay.
Climatologist
Perfect.
May, the normal one from Overwatch, she must regulate the temperature using heat reflective panels. Waishni, one moves. She ballroom made of mannequins, made in her image. One moves every time she blinks. If it touches her, she explodes. The Riddler from Batman, he delighted to be in a trap-based arena. His
Oh
room
yeah.
has 30 riddles or one bomb and a countdown.
He's
Wrong
so
answers, a
excited.
severed timers. Yeah, thank God, someone as smart as me.
Yeah.
He John Kramer's just he doesn't know what is it basically forces him to his medicine. His task walk blindly through his own gauntlet, proving his trust in his philosophy. Tsar Nicholas II. Oh, it's his family's assassination,
Mm.
but he needs to relive history and change the details in order to escape. His how he died. It's very funny. The communists, they had the
Wait,
upper hand. They had
wait, what does
Tsar
he need
Nicholas
to
II.
do?
He needs to figure out a way out of this situation from his previous death.
Okay.
Which his previous death was he got called down to a cellar with the rest of his family, and three unnamed gunmen just gun him down and leave.
Damn.
And this is like a time where the Communist Party had a lot of steam and a lot of momentum.
Hmm.
And so what they could have done, I think it was just like a bunch of infighting that caused this, of someone said, finally, just fucking kill them or something like that, and they took that
Yeah.
order. Because what ended up happening is if they were to execute Tsar Nicholas and leave his family fine, or execute his wife and him, that would have been a completely different story. Because
Hmm.
that would have made the communists look good. They made them look noble. This person ruined our country. We're gonna see him executed today, or these people ruined our country. We're gonna see them executed today for their crimes of misleading and hurting us. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Instead, nah, just take him to the cellar and gun him
Gun him
down.
down, yeah. Crazy. Damn.
Nakabe Rintaru, combination on a dial set. Time resets and degrades his memory. Jack from Ghost Runner, he's placed in a hallway with laser tripwires that change position. That move position every time that he moves. Elephant Rider. His elephant is slowly lowered into lava unless he dismounts and
No.
solves an ethical dilemma. Elon Musk, uh, he needs to make a rocket using random junk. Sour Patch Kid, he's in a room full of ants. Phoenix Wright, if they find him guilty, the floor drops into fire. Chalky, she must fix the game code. She must fix a buggy game. Bishop, every wrong diagonal trigger is a flaming guillotine from above. Atrocitus. If he gets angry, Nerf gas floods in. He loses.
If he gets angry, oh, nerve gas.
Yeah, if he gets angry, nerve gas
He
floods
can't get
in.
angry.
Yes, that's half his personality though.
Yeah, it's his entire personality.
If Jeffrey Dahmer, if he chooses a past uh, victim, he explodes. Okay, the pig. Amanda now trapped herself. Her trap, a carousel of victims once tormented. If she doesn't pick to save one to save, they all perish, and she's next. Crash Bandicoot. If he his room giant rolling boulders. He must not jump. If he does, ceilings and spike triggers trap.
He's just
A
playing
test of
Crash Bandicoot.
yeah. Atticus Finch, moral compass. He must get a child defended to safety without breaking his principles. Jeffrey Dahmer chooses the wrong drawer. Explosives kill him instantly. Elephant Rider refuses to sacrifice one life. The elephant sinks, and they both are incinerated. So he
Damn.
dies with his elephant.
Yeah.
May
Tragic.
Hatsune hits a wrong note. The floor laser slicer. Crash Bandicoot instinctively uh, jumps a pit. Ceiling crushes him. Tsar Nicholas can't alter the historical outcome. He dies. Atticus rage
Obviously,
overtakes
he
him.
can't.
Atrocitus immediately gets angry and dies.
Yeah. Everyone's just gonna die.
A kid is placed inside of a library of forbidden knowledge. Books whispered her, promising answers to every question she's ever had. At the cost of forgetting herself, she resists temptation, but only barely. At the exit appears once she burns a book titled "The End of Greed." But that basically is what happened to her already.
Yeah.
At the throne room, Palpatine, now in a throne room where he adored up by holograms of billions, he never lets him maintain the illusion forever, but stays. Staying means death by dehydration. He pulls the lever and smiles, dying sitting in his fake throne surrounded by ghosts. He dies.
Damn.
It doers dumped into a funhouse full of deadly clowns and spinning saw blades. Laughter echoes through the loudspeaker. Delirious makes it through, laughing manically the entire time. He crawls through a blood-soaked ball pit and escapes with minor cuts. Tony Green and Martha, the two reunite, but
Yeah.
find themselves in a room with one oxygen mask. They must share it with the entire series of underwater escape rooms. Martha, the bug, doesn't need oxygen.
Okay.
Tony carries her through the smashes through the weakened vent.
Hell yeah.
They're gonna have to share a mask. Who's on the chopping block this time? Tony Green and a bug?
Yeah.
Who are these people? Where'd you find them?
John Kramer himself is in there as well.
How did I end up here?
Yeah.
Morton Solus, now confronted with a tank containing clones of himself, all begging for freedom. Only one is real. He deduces correctly and sacrifices the rest. And exits with blood on his hands, but logic intact. May, from Overwatch, in chamber of frozen memories, snapshots of people she let die. To open the exit, she must heat the core of the room, melting the ice and those frozen inside. Tearfully, she flips the switch, the doors open. Wai-Shini, now inside of a dueling hall with her robotic doppelgangers. She must dodge attacks without fighting back. By refusing violence, does the exit appear. She almost fails, but holds her ground. The one blade cuts her arm before the trial ends. The Riddler is put in a blank room. No riddles, no clues, just silence. He begins to panic, unraveling mentally to realize he himself is the riddle. He writes, "I am the problem" on the wall, and the door opens. That makes sense for him.
Yeah.
John Kramer, now in a mere maze of his version of himself, all replaying past traps. He must choose one trap to undo. When he selects Amanda's reverse bear trap, it resets the maze. He collapses but crawls forward.
He's gonna die of cancer.
And now present with the option to save Mary or Kirisu. In the simulated timeline, Okabe Rintaru looks for a third option. Walk away and let them die. He yells, "I reject this choice," and hits the random dials until the door until the door opens. He just randomly guesses it.
Okay.
Ghost Runner is sorry. What the hell was that?
What?
Okay, it's shining every time I look away from the screen. It's on a timer. This part of the screen will shine. I'm just glancing
That's
over
weird.
on my because I'm reading this on my bed, but on my TV, uh, I'm playing Genesis Alpha 1, and a screen will shine like as if like, oh, here's a pickup type of thing, or here's something to interact with. Let me look away from it.
Pop-up ads.
Basically, Jack survives.
Yippee.
His arm is reversed permanently though.
Alright.
Elon Musk, his escape rocket launches, but only to reveal it's a trap. He must jump out midair into a pool of water 40 feet below. He takes too long to jump out of his rocket and explodes. Sour Patch Kid, put in the kitchen surrounded by sugar. A child watches, drooling. If he stays still, the child cries. If he runs, he melts. He hides in a jar of baking soda and neutralizes his own body sugar to survive.
Whoa.
Phoenix Wright, accused of a fake murder, only by finding contradictions in his own memory does he survive. Placed inside of a corrupted game engine, Chiaki Nami, she must debug a collapsing 8-bit world in 60 seconds. Pixels begin eating her, but she manages to hack herself into the door. Sorry. Bishop and chess. This time, the room forces him to move only in straight lines, breaking his own rule. The moment he steps off a diagonal plate, the room floods with molten lead.
Tragic.
The pig, Amanda. She confronted by ghosts of her victims in the carousel room. She chooses to save one, Cecil. The rest disappear. But that's the wrong answer. Her body is sliced in thirds by chains.
Damn.
That's because Finch is given a gun and asked to shoot a man accused of his crime with no trial. He does not. And that means he passed.
Sick.
Oh, what the hell? As the survivors descend deeper into the Jigsaw arena, they are dropped into the Maw, Little Nightmares, a sprawling
Whoa.
level of interconnected trap rooms, but this time each room is designed from another contestant's deepest fear. To escape, players must walk in each other's shoes to survive. Morton Solis steps into May's room. Trapped inside of an ice cavern, Morton must regulate the climate panels to avoid fleeting. The science is crude compared to his tech, and he slips once. The panel malfunctions, and a shard of frozen steel launches through his chest.
Whoa.
Oh, this is just the rooms from... This is the very first rooms.
The very first rooms?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So it's the rooms from the beginning. So everyone steps into a room that either... Like, for example, the Riddler goes into Phoenix Wright's room.
Oh, yeah, they're going into each other's rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's not as good as I thought, but whatever.
Yeah.
May, inside the Riddler's room, May faces a time bomb triggered by riddles. Flustered and panicked, she guesses wrong 3 times. The floor falls beneath her, but she triggers her cryo field and freezes the gear mid-drop. She climbs to safety, but barely.
Cheater.
She cheated, yeah. Not like we have some insane people here, though.
Okay.
The Riddler, inside of Phoenix Wright's room. He's accused of a crime with fabricated evidence. Furious, he has no control. He mocks the courtroom system until he notices a contradiction in the judge's wording. He said, "I held the knife, but the evidence shows the fingerprints on the hilt." Trial dismissed.
Okay.
I don't use weapons, jackass.
Yeah, I
You beat people with a cane. Phoenix Wright in Tony Green's room, submerged, oxygen rapidly depleting. He must trust a beetle, Martha, to press buttons for him.
Martha's still there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He mutters panicked, but eventually he lets go of logic. An instinct guided Martha opens the door. Tony is caught in a time loop trap, reliving Martha's death repeatedly.
Shit,
He
he's
begs on the 5th roof. He slams the console with brute force, shattering it into pieces. He survives. He just breaks the machine out of anger.
Yeah.
This trap sucks.
That's real.
Okay, but in Chalky's room, he must debug the corrupted game level. His logic is chaotic old code, broken pixels. He nearly gives up until he recognizes a function string resembling Mayuri's name. He fixes it. Chucky inside of Weissschnee's room with sentient mannequins. One follows her with every blink. Chucky counts every steps between the blinks like a rhythm game. Her gamer instincts pay off. She crosses without being touched. That makes sense for her.
Yeah.
Weiss inside of Atticus Finch's room. She's told to fire a gun at a presumed criminal. Everything is... she doesn't shoot him, though, because she doesn't have enough evidence.
I see.
Atticus is thrown into the laser grid room.
Oh, yeah.
He must sprint with inhuman precision, but he has no ability to do so and fails.
Yeah.
A standard man going through against what isn't Jack like a cyborg?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
crazy fast.
Jack is in H.O. Delirious' room, navigating a blood carnival. Jack moves with mechanical precision and perfection until he's attacked by a clone wearing his own face. He freezes for a second, unsure if he deserves to live, and then decapitates the clone, and the door opens. H.O. Delirious inside Echidna's room, a library of features. H.O. Delirious is offered a glimpse of every death he's caused or will cause. Laughing nervously, he grabs a copy of Delirious Dies Screaming and sets it on fire. And that's the right book. He leaves. Sour Patch Kid inside John Kramer's room. He's confronted with a child tied to a trap. He must choose: dissolve a part of himself to save the kid, or let him die. He pulls off his own leg and throws it in the gears, jamming them. He's limping. John Kramer is in Chalky's room. Again, okay. There's 2 Chalky rooms. The trap is unfamiliar. Logic fails, but he says this is all just another game to control, and he fixes it with just sheer logic and wins. Sense. So he survives. Oh yeah, I forgot it goes from chapter 3 to chapter 4. Oh, okay. This chapter 4 is gonna be shared traps.
Ooh.
Rules changed. No more isolated traps. The survivors were awakened chained in pairs. Traps now require cooperation, betrayal, or sacrifice. It showed Delirious and the Riddler. Couldn't pick a better duo.
True.
The awakened cuffed together inside of a theater rigged with explosive. The countdown begins. One can answer 3 riddles to disable the bomb. The other must stay silent. Delirious immediately starts babbling nonsense.
Yeah, I was like, that's not good.
The Riddler screams in frustration. Then he answers all the riddles correctly.
That's good.
Whoever answers the last is chained to the stage as the door opens. Riddler looks at Delirious and says, "Tag, you're it." Delirious screams as the bomb ignites behind him.
Damn.
John Kramer and May Overwatch. A massive seesaw over a pit of spinning blades. One must weigh down their side so the other can climb out. John Kramer weighs like 80 pounds.
Yeah.
May was fat.
Yeah.
May tries to reason with Kramer. "I've saved lives," she said. "So have I," he says, letting go of the railing. He drops and gets shredded instantly.
Damn.
May survives.
Yeah.
A virtual courtroom simulation. They're told Chiaki and Phoenix Wright. A virtual courtroom simulation. They're told one of them is a murderer. If neither of them confesses, they both die. Chiaki says, "I did it." Phoenix shouts, "Objection, I did it."
Whoa.
They pass.
Sick.
That's lame.
Yeah, this is.
The room is flooded with acid. A crank must be turned constantly to drain it, but there's only one pair of gloves. Tony, Green, and Wythe are in the room. Tony throws the gloves to Weiss and says, "Take care of Martha." He starts cranking with his bare hands as that acid eats them. Martha chips sadly. Oh my god, if Martha, because Martha's going to be an addition. She's not going to be your own thing. So Weiss-Schnee and Martha the Bug.
and Martha, yeah. I love that. Tony Green gave her to Weiss-Schnee. Take care of my bug.
Tell my bug I said hello.
Yeah.
Okay, reach around Jack from Ghost Runner. They wake up in a tunnel of laser. Speed and logic are needed. Jack runs first, taking the brunt. Okabe calculates the rest. Jack is cut badly, but manages to push Okabe through the exit. Jack dies, saving Okabe.
Damn.
Echidna, Sour Patch Kid.
Good.
A balance scale. One must dissolve to allow the other to live. Echidna speaks calmly. "You're sweet, but I'm not sentimental." She throws the Sour Patch Kid into acid and walks out humming.
Yeah.
Well, she... You've passed the trials of solitude, suffering, empathy, and sacrifice. Jigsaw's voice echoes through the cold steel cathedral. He's dead.
True.
But only one of you can leave this place alive. Or one of you can leave this place. The survivors, wounded, drained, and fundamentally altered, lead into the final room, a massive circular chamber with single skylights revealing the first real glimpse of sunlight. Final test: choose, kill, or walk away. Option 1, take a syringe. Option 2, convict someone else to take it for you. 3, refuse the game entirely. Here's what they choose. Oh, whoever... Okay. In the center, a table, 7 chairs, 7 syringes, 6 is lethal. 6 are lethal, 1 is an antidote for a neurotoxin slowly seeping into the room.
Interesting.
Okay, the 7 alive are Echidna, the Riddler, May, Weiss-Schnee, Phoenix Wright, Chiaki, and Okabe.
Sick.
Martha is presumed alive as well, so.
Yeah.
Okay, Riddler. The rules are clear. I beat every test. Logic dictates I win. He grabs a syringe in seat 4 and he, injects himself, and he immediately starts convulsing.
Yeah.
May, trembling, she looks at the others. "I've already survived too much. I don't want to kill anyone." She steps away, takes a breath of the poison air, and dies.
Damn.
Okay, she just gave up. Okabe grabs a syringe and stabs himself in the neck. He slumps over dead on the spot. Does anyone live? Okay. Washni takes one, saying that she won't let anyone else take her suffering, injects herself, and dies. Shaki uh, kneels down next to Washni, but dies just from breathing in the toxic air. Echidna laughs softly. Fools, there's always another answer. She watches them die and doesn't take another syringe. Instead, she smashes the table. Okay, she smashes a table, even though she's not that strong, revealing a hidden hatch in it with a note inside saying the correct
Whoa.
choice was to wait. Oh, Phoenix right, and Echidna only remain. He looks at the syringes and doesn't know what's right. Echidna stop him. Uh, and yeah, okay, what? She says, "Oh, there is no right answer. There's only bad outcomes." And she gestures towards the hatch, and Phoenix kind of just gives up, thinking like, "Oh, she's smarter than me," and lets her win.
Okay.
So Echidna's the winner.
Cool. Works for me.